Today is Friday, 10th of November 2017. Okay, we're on the gold chart. Now, for those of you that followed my prediction, my forecast last time when I did a cycle analysis on gold, I said look for the 4th of November as a turning point due to the full moon and the smaller planets hitting a critical degree, which cycles a turning point in the price of gold. Now, as I discussed and talked about in last analysis of this, gold price does follow the moon and the smaller planet cycle movements. It's easy to see here, as I pointed out last time. It's almost like clockwork. I encourage those of you that do trade the commodities, gold, silver, iron ore, oil, you should take some time out and do some study on these cycles. There's a number of good books. Jensen's Astro Cycles and Speculative Markets is a good book to understanding these cycles. There's a few other books as well which I won't go into, but I may provide in the link in this video description. As I said, Gann used these type of cycles with a high degree of accuracy when he was trading commodities, particular soybeans and wheat and cotton back in the day. And I know traders that have a high degree today of using these cycles, trading commodities, gold and silver, etc., etc. So anyway, as I said, look for the 4th of November for a turning point, a move up in the price of gold, and as we can see from 1270, we've started to have a move up. So what is the cycle, the moon cycle and the smaller planets forecast telling me where gold is going to go in the future? Okay, what I want to do is just backtrack a bit here, back to Monday, 10th of July 2017, on the day when we started to have this big move up in the price of gold, and what was happening in regards to the cycles with the moon and the smaller planets. So here we are back. I've gone back to July 10th, 2017. We have Venus in Gemini, which is a very positive influence on the price of gold when it's on a degrees of 5 in Gemini. Okay. We have the Sun in Cancer. More importantly, we have Venus in trine with Jupiter at almost 15 degrees. It was a full moon, and that was the catalyst for the 2-month move in price of gold. So let's scroll forward 2 months to Friday, September 8th, 2017. Okay, now we have Venus in Leo, and we have Mercury, Mars, almost conjunct together. Venus is close to the North Node. and we have the influence of Saturn. Okay, so basically here, this is a bad, let's say this is a bad aspect for gold when it enters past the node here, and Mars is the main influence of this. And so what we had was we had a 52-day count. So we had a positive count from Gemini, which is a positive aspect for gold movements, transition through Cancer, and once it hit Leo under Mars influence, started to become a negative transition. So as we can see here on the chart, from September 8th, we've had almost to November 4th. We go forward. Which is almost another 2 months. So you can see what I'm getting at here, that with the bigger major moves in gold, what I call the major moves on the time cycle forecast in relation to the moon and the planets, is there's a 2 month, there's almost correlation to a 2 month cycle between these moves. So what we had Friday, November 4th as a trigger for a move higher is now we have Venus 25 degrees in sign of Libra. And as I discussed in another stock market forecast, almost getting close to conjunction of Jupiter is a positive sign for gold, where conversely it can have a negative effect on the markets because of the Uranus opposing Jupiter and the Sun and so forth, which can cause disruption in the markets. But as we know, if there's volatility in the markets, in generally should be a positive aspect for gold. So here we have, I'm forecasting this move from Friday, 4th of November, will start to become another 2 month cycle period, which I believe will be an up period. My longer term targets, so my longer term target for early 2018 is for gold to eventually come back up and fill this gap. So if this 2 month cycle count has started, which I believe it has, my price projection, my forecast is to test and fill that gap sometime over the next 2 months to move up to 1350 area. So I'll continue to track this and continue to update you guys on the movement of this and other shorter term cycles which may cause smaller corrective moves. But my analysis is that this, I believe, is the start of another major move higher.